Oh, Veda, 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 you're wrong. Okay, you're wrong. And your little stance on giving Mark another chance is gonna bite you in the tail. Okay, come over here, Veda. Come over here so I can pinch you. I just want to pinch you. Just a pinch. Child, let's get into it. Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Sass here, and I'm here to talk about inmate to roommate. Oh yes, inmate to roommate. It was pretty good last night. I thought it would be a little bit better, but maybe we'll get the fireworks next week. Okay. Now, I put up a video of most toxic couples of Love After Lockup. Y'all enjoyed it. Okay, so I will be dropping the next part on Sunday, and you will get this Saturday. So I will be dropping that on Sunday, so look out for that. And yes, of course I'm going to be talking about the Virginians, but you're going to have to wait till Sunday for that. Now let's get into it. Aaron, you out here lying to David. Now listen, y'all know I'm not a fan of David's. Not now, not tomorrow, not ever. I won't be a fan of David's. Ever since he said he was an R-word. That's what he said. I didn't say that. He said that. Even though he said he was a reformed one. I'm side-eyeing you, David. So Aaron done went and lied to David talking about, I need to borrow your car because I'm going to meet up with the sober homies and we're going to go to some meetings. We don't never hear about them going to any meetings. We don't never hear nothing about that. Them going to meetings, them trying to do better, them going to jobs. So don't hear nothing about that. That should have been a red flag for you, David. So Aaron done lied to David. He needed to use the car. David was like, yes, you can use the car, but I'm going to need this car back by 8 o'clock. And then here comes Aaron talking about, well, we'll see. I mean, you know, some other things may pop out. You know, meetings may be running a little bit longer, so you may get your car back at 8 o'clock. Honey, that's another red flag. David should have been like, well, you ain't getting it. Then you ain't take the bus. Okay? Take your feet to the street. If my vehicle ain't back here by 8 o'clock, I'm calling the law. That's all I'm saying. Don't play with me, Aaron. But no, David and his little foolish giggling and laughing. And so Aaron says that he's not going to meet his sober homeboys. He ain't going to a meeting. He can't spell meeting. He's going to meet his ex, Lavinia. Is that her name? Lavana, whatever. Okay? And he said himself that they were in a toxic relationship. That's all you need, Aaron. Okay? That's all you need to hook up with your ex-addict girlfriend. That y'all were no good together. Your family and your friends said to stay away from each other. But oh no, you gotta have that cooch. See, that's what rattles the man's brain. It's some cooch. And that's all that was. Okay? Aaron needed to dust it off real quick. He needed to get in contact with someone who will be willing to dust it off real quick. No harm, no foul. So there is his ex, Lavina. Okay, they met up. And he was like, why you ghosted me? Okay, you didn't call, you didn't write. You ghosted me, and that hurt my feelings, okay? And she said, listen, I was a hot mess myself. Okay? We were a hot mess together. And I thought, hey, we need to be separated. Hey, I don't need to have any contact with you because it wasn't helping me either. Remember, I'm an addict as well. But see, she said she's been sober for 7 months. She's living in a sober living facility. And she says that she's doing all right. And so Aaron says, we had a connection. I thought that, we was going to have something. And she was like, well, it didn't work out like that. And from the way it sounds, Aaron, you and her don't need to be together for years from now. When both of y'all have been sober for a long period of time. You outside of prison, her still living in a sober living facility, telling me that y'all don't need to be together. But I ain't in your relationship. I don't know you. And so here is Aaron. Okay, well, since I done told you all that and you done told me all that, let's hook up. She was like, what do you mean? Girl, you know what he mean? Blow out the back. That's what he means, okay? This is all this was a hookup, okay? Aaron needed some, and he know that you may need some or you're willing to give some, and that's that on that. Meanwhile, David losing his mind because Aaron's selfish self. You were wrong, Aaron. You could have at least called David. But David was like, bring that car back. How long does it take? You could have dusted that off real quick, got a meeting, meet your homies, and get the car back by 8 o'clock. Priorities, time management. But oh no, Aaron stayed out all night long. Ew. All night long. Aaron was having him a good old time. Honey, he was tired of being up in that house with David. So David is worried. David is upset. David wants his car. And this, I don't blame him. Okay, you got my car out all night. You're an addict. I don't know what you're doing with my car. So he calls the sober living folks. The girl comes over, and then the other homie comes over, and they're like, what's going on? And he was like, listen, Aaron said he was with y'all. He said he was with y'all, and y'all were going to a meeting. And they was like, man, he out here lying. Oh, Lord, he may have relapsed. So they get in the car, they're riding around the town, honey. They went to some burger joint, wasting gas, wasting time. Of course, they did not see Aaron, so they decided to go home. And guess who is in the house? Chilling. Aaron, the next day. Okay? And he had been gone for 24 hours. And David said, listen, I'm not trying to call his PO. So they get in there, and he was like, where you been? It's been all night. And so Aaron was like, oh, hey, what's up? Honey, Aaron was feeling good. Okay? He done got him some booty and whatever else. And so his homie said, you been using? Aaron said, what? He said, look at me. Have you been using? And then it was the dramatic stare down, and, we will find out next week if Aaron relapsed. I don't think he did. I don't think he relapsed. I think he just went for, a little fun time. Okay, so. But who knows, y'all? We shall see. Let's move on. Emily, you about foolish. Emily, you about fool. How many times have we sat here and listened to Emily talking about, she don't want nobody else in my house. I don't want nobody else in my house. If there's someone else in my house, I'm going to tell Jason to get out. How many times did we hear that? Well, there was someone in the house. So here's the girl gathering up her stuff, child, doing the walk of shame. And so Emily was like, this isn't you, okay? I just want you, it's him, okay? This MFer is him, it ain't you. I just don't want your skank ass up in my house. And one of the sisters told me that last week when she came in that house and they were sitting on the couch, that Jason handed her some money. Y'all be catching. I did not even see that. Now, y'all said that these were ladies of the night. That's what y'all said. I didn't say that. Okay? So, Emily is hot. Emily kept saying that, you know, she don't care who he is. She's going to get him out of the house. She's not playing any games with him. Really? Really, Emily? You're not playing any games with him? Oh, okay. Because, see, he's playing games with you. He's laughing right in your face. Here this man has accomplished nothing since he's been there. None of these participants have accomplished anything. Ain't been no meetings, ain't been no job hunting, ain't been no job applications, nothing. Jason has spit in your face since he got in that house. And he says that he's done had several ladies in that house. Not just the two, we've seen several ladies done come in and out that house. And so here is Emily, okay? Emily was like, oh, I know it's been more than one. Jason lied, talking about, no, she's the only one, she's the only one. And she was like, Emily was like, oh, well, I know it's been. He said, how you know? How you know? Well, because Emily don't even know how to play the game right. Emily don't even know how to play the game right. Jason picked that up real quick. Jason was like, girl, you don't know how many been up in here. Because if you did know, you would have been fussing about it a long time ago. So, instead of Emily tossing him aside, take your feet to the street, get out, and sanitizing that whole house and burning that mattress, what did she do? Oh, she's going to give him another chance. And y'all, this beats all I ever heard. Now, Jason got a little bit of money. Okay. Now, we know he done paid her $500 from his homeboy on the motorcycle. Now, Jason got a little bit of money. Now, instead of Jason giving her whatever money that he had and trying to find a job, guess what he does? And he convinces her to go along with it. Go to a horse track and gamble. Oh. Emily, I'm going to need for you to stop eating sponges. Okay? I'm going to need for you to stop it. How are you going to have this man convince you to spend what little money he got on horses instead of giving it to you? And not only that, you was willing to go and you drove him. Oh my God. So they go to the horse track and guess what happened, y'all? He lost. He lost. So not only did she not get any money, he don't have any money left to give her. Oh my God, twiddle-dee and twiddle-dum. What sense does that make? Make it make sense. And of course, he is still in that house. Y'all see next week when some money go missing and her son show up. These kids, man, honey, my parents would hate me. I done told y'all, my parents would hate me, and whomever stepped foot in my parents' house, honey, they wouldn't even step. They will only be there 2 seconds because you ain't stepping foot in my mama and daddy's house. You stranger danger. And you got women going in and out my mama's house? Oh, no. 911. Get them out. And mama, I'm going to send you to a facility because something ain't right. Let's move on. Now, some of y'all have said that maybe the state gives them some type of money for the inmates to stay there. I have no idea. I have no idea. Here in Virginia, I don't know about any other state, but here in Virginia, that's not a thing. Here in Virginia, they have halfway houses. They have sober living facilities. They have other organizations that help, inmates relocate to, another home or somewhere else. That's what the organizations do. Now, for the state of Virginia to say, hey, Sass, we will give you $500 a month if you help Henry, if you let Henry move into your home. Absolutely the F not. I ain't never heard of that. Now, I can't speak on other states, but I ain't never heard of that in Virginia. Again, we have organizations for that. So, honey, if they were helping, you can't tell it because the people on here talk about they need money. Beats all I ever seen. Cindy and Jennifer, I have a feeling that these two, Jennifer's going to make it and her and Cindy are going to be friends. I have that feeling. Okay? And I'm going to say this. If it means for Jennifer to stay sober, that she have to stay in the house of horrors, and Cindy is legitimately turn herself around and help Jennifer, I don't have no problem with it. But Cindy got that slick tongue. We shall see. I'm rooting for Jennifer. I am. I'm also rooting for Aaron. I'm rooting for all that shows that they are trying to do something with themselves, child. But anyway, so Jennifer and Cindy is at the grocery store. They got to get groceries, okay? Jennifer says she ain't got no money. She got $100 that she got out, from prison. 25 cents an hour. Oof. So she got $100, so she don't have, enough money. And it blows my mind that Jennifer, freshly out of prison, okay? She ain't said nothing about no job yet. She done lied about her relapsing, and you expect her to give money on groceries. Girl, bye. Okay? So here Cindy is, and here is the owner of the store, and they're talking. And here's Cindy with her shady self. Oh, this is Jennifer. She's my roommate. She's just out of prison. Who introduces someone like that? And did y'all see that little smirk Cindy had on her face? See, that's what I'm talking about. Cindy shady as hell. So the woman was like, oh, okay. And so here is Cindy showing pictures of her grandchild. And we find out that Cindy got a couple of kids, I think 2 boys, or is it just 1 boy? Anyway, her son don't have anything to do with Cindy. Now, according to Cindy, okay, Cindy says that her boy don't speak to her because her boy says he did not like how he was raised. That's what he said. That's what she said that he said. Okay, I don't like how you raised me, so I don't want to have nothing to do with you. Ooh, that's a little harsh, ain't it? Now, Cindy said, listen, okay, I was out here working. Okay, Cindy said that she had to hold down 2 to 3 jobs just to make ends meet. Now, I have always said I will salute single parents, whether it's a single mother or a single father. If you are a single parent and you holding things down, I salute you, because there's nothing more harder than being a single parent. You have to work. You got to take care of your kids. You got to make sure your kids are safe. You got to make sure that your kids have the things that they need. You got to make sure that your kids have not been neglected. It's a lot to go into that, being a single parent. I have, some of my friends have been single parents, So it's a lot that goes, into that. And she said that she had to work 2 to 3 jobs. And maybe she wasn't there, as much as her son wanted her to be. And maybe that's why he's feeling a little resentful. I don't know. I can only go by what Cindy said. Cindy said that he didn't like the way he was raised. Or maybe there was other factors that went on that we don't know about. But he ain't got nothing to do with his mama. And he's not letting his grandchild have anything to do with his mother. Ooh. Oh, that's sinister right there. You mean to tell me your grandchild ain't gonna have nothing to do with the grandma either? Oh. Oh, that's hurt right there. And so Jennifer is like, oh, you know, that's interesting because here I am, you know, trying to, you know, see my children. My mother has custody of my children. Here I'm trying to have a relationship with my children for my mom to let me see my children. And here she don't have a relationship with her son and she can't see her grandchild. What's really going on here? But see, Jennifer sees some type of, you know, empathy. You know, Jennifer has some empathy towards Cindy because that is a sad thing. That is a terrible thing. What mother don't want to see their child? And what grandmother don't want to see their baby? You know, so Jennifer was sympathetic to that, and she says that she just wanted to know a little bit more about that situation. But honey, Cindy wasn't giving it up. Cindy just laid it down and said he didn't like the way he was raised. Oh well, child. I got my eye on Jennifer and Cindy. What y'all think about Jennifer and Cindy? Huh? Y'all think that they may have a little bit of a friendship later on? Or do y'all think that I'm talking out the side of my neck? Y'all let me know. Let's move on. Last and most definitely least. Babe. When are you going to learn? When are you going to learn? Mark. Mark has been out 2 to 3 days. Ain't no word or heard from him, okay?
Oh, Lord. Again.
How many times have he done this? Several. Several times. Now, I can understand if he was out there looking for a job, if he was at that resource center, if he was out there going to meetings, if he was out there doing something productive, okay. But he's not. He's not. He's out there blowing out somebody's back. He's out there doing something he has no business doing. And guess what? Veda's like, I'm willing to give him a chance. Veda, why are you talking like you are a speaker at the Million Man March? Veda's like, I'm willing to give him another chance. So here's Annalisa. Annalisa's like, child, he ain't been here. We ain't heard from him. We ain't seen him. Let me see if he's in jail. Nope, he ain't in jail. She said, I'm tired of this. Okay? Because see, if his probation officer shows up, we may get in some type of trouble. Okay? We got this boy going in and out of our house. He ain't doing anything to help himself, and he is paroled to our house, which means that he have to follow guidelines, and so do we. And Alyssa said, I'm sick of it. I'm tired of it. He can't be staying here. And here's Veda. Still supporting this boy. He's still making excuses for him. And this, again, y'all, just blowing my mind. They are not family. He is not family to you. None of these people are family to any of them. And yet and still, you let him disrespect you. He don't care nothing about y'all. He don't respect y'all. And he shows that time and time again. And then here's Veda making more and more excuses. And yes, Veda, you are taking his word over your wife's. You absolutely are. It's going to bite you. That's going to come back and bite you. And then here's Veda. Okay, I'm going to leave it in God's hands. I'm going to pray about it to God. I don't want to see another black man in prison. What about Mark? Why are you worried about Mark not going back to prison when Mark is doing everything he can to go back to prison? Why are you concerned? Coming from a black woman? Mark has not shown me that he is willing to want to stay out of prison. He'll rather be out 2 to 3 nights, bumping his hips to somebody else's hips, blowing out backs, having fun. And then he come in and out your house like a teenage boy, like you said, Veda, like he pays bills. And what did he do? He come busting up in that house looking dusty, rusty, and musty. Looking like his breath stink, looking like his tail stink. He come in that house, no, hey, no, I'm sorry, I apologize, let me explain. None of that. And Alyssa said, where have you been? Don't worry about where I've been. Where you been?
I think the fuck not, you trick ass bitch.
Don't even worry about why you asking me these questions. Get out of my room. He is literally talking to Annalisa like trash. And here is Veda taking up for him. Again, this is not your family. And so Annalisa's like, you got to go. We getting you out of here. And then here's Mark. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We'll see. Oh yeah. Bucking. He is bucking Annalisa. And so Annalisa was like, you know what? I could call your PO. We'll get your probation officer. What if your probation officer comes over? He was like, ain't nobody calling the probation officer. Ain't nobody calling the probation officer. Man, I would get him out that house so fast. And then here is Veda. Okay? He's saying that Annalisa takes it personally. She should. As she should. And he says that he's used to people, disrespecting him. And he's used to all this disrespect. And he don't take it personally. Why is that, Veda? Why are you used to someone disrespecting you? And furthermore, why are you accepting it? And why are you letting him talk to your wife like that? Time and time again. Why? Why do you think that is acceptable? You don't lost your mind, Veda. Absolutely not. I am 100% in agreement with Annalisa on this one. He don't care. And so here is Veda trying to reason with him, talk about he's going to give him another chance because you haven't gave him any chances before. That's all you've done to him, for him. Chance after chance after chance after chance. And what has he done? Nothing. He laughed in your face. He literally turned around and went in his room. And as we see next week, he's trying to figure out how to get a female into his room through the window. Mark is a hot mess. He has lied to you all. He has used you all. He has disrespected you all. And then here is Veda. I want to give him another chance. I'm going to leave it up to God. Absolutely ridiculous. Honey, more power to his daughter. Because I know during this time, honey, his daughter is like, Lord have mercy. We ain't seen his daughter since. Their daughter, I'm sorry. We ain't seen Veda and Annalisa's daughter since, child. That came up in that house, kicked open that door, and everything he belonged to him would have been tossed. And dared him to touch me. And dared my mom and daddy to say a word. And I would have called his probation officer and I would have said, come get him. That's what I would have did. Because there's no way my mom and daddy would be going through that stress of a non-family member. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And obviously there's something going on with Mark that ain't quite there, because why is it that no family member want him in their house? There's a reason. And all these heifers that he's been laying up with, why can't you stay with them? Oh, there's a reason. And you don't have no homeboys? There's a reason. But here's Vader wanting to give him chance after chance. Boy, sit down somewhere. Boy, that pissed me off. Don't piss me off, Vader. But you know what? What you do in the dark comes to light. And it's all going to come to a head. It is. All right, y'all. That's it. All right? To my new subscribers, welcome to the family. And y'all know what to do. Don't forget to hit that like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, friends.